How long have I been drifting alone through the night? That's the question. Feels like we've been sleeping, doesn't it? Welcome, welcome, brothers and sisters. Hope you're well. For those just joining me, never heard of my channel before, I'm not surprised. Maybe you're coming here because your brother George, the worthless, is only making 10-minute videos. That's how bad the market is. The most bullshitting, optimistic liar, one of the liars in the world, clueless, care less about their community. George is only making 10-minute videos. Not even going live anymore. Barely. That just shows you the state of the market. Everything that I've been saying the whole time has transpired and been true. Why? Well, because you have to know a little more about crypto. And I've always said it's macro related. And no one in crypto agreed with that. Only people who know that are the Garrett Soloways or whoever their names are, who people come from traditional markets like myself and have been in crypto since the beginning. It's all tied together. C90. Hopes and dreams. Never walking away from my hopes and dreams, C90. You're early in, early out. I don't blame you. I wasn't going to go live. I mean, what's the point? I just thought I'd come in and rant a little bit. You know how I do. Hope you're well. As I was running, I put on Discover Crypto. I'm like, oh my God, this is a waste of time. You know, I mean, there's no reason to listen to people like myself and everyone else. If you do want to hear the truth, people other than C90, you'll get it here. But in regards to the market, I mean, you know, the market is the market. You know, we're not even at 100 billion volume. So what does that tell you to the new people? C90 knows this. Metal knows this. All the people who've been in here forever know this. This is for the people. This is for the people that the followers of every word that these foolish channels say and ask when price go up, or what's going to be the price of this, or when does the bull market end? For you foolish people, stop doing that. Nobody knows anything. Trump doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing, nor does he care. He's just throwing shit at the walls, hoping it sticks. And that's all we all do. Stop asking price predictions. Stop asking, you know, I'm hearing this morning, I had to turn off when I heard DZ say, you know, they ask him when he's going to get out and everything and he said, you know, giving specific dates. Like, that's going to happen. If our market goes like this, continuous, and then we get into the summer months, you can forget about it. Walk away. You'll know when to come back. You check on the markets here and there. You get out when you can. There's no sentiment and there's no market right now. So what you should not be DCAing, my personal opinion, unless you are okay with it going down. I'm DCAing a little bit just to bring down my average cost. But with all the volatility and the Fed this meeting, you know, this week and everything, nothing's happening until certainty happens. And the stock market, all that type of stuff has to get faith first and support. Then it'll bleed into crypto. You can't have all the ETFs selling like they have been. And yes, I guess it's insignificant in comparison to the amount they bought, but you can't have that going on and expect bullish activity or upward trajectory. It's not going to happen. I'm not even sure if Trump knows what shit he's tossing at the wall at this point. Would love to know who is pressing post. Oh yeah, he doesn't post anything for the most. I mean, he does the angry stuff, but I mean, if you see behind the scenes stuff, he preaches stuff and people post it. When it's late night and all that, that's him. Throughout the day, it's not him. He has a team of people doing social media for him. And he dictates it, and they go, well, what about this? Yeah, post that. I mean, there's video of it, you know, during the campaign, and it was fairly impressive, to be honest with you. Tulsi Gabbard, he had a whole team of people in there. Who else was that? Matt Gaetz, all these folks saying yes sir, yes sir. Woo, that was a rough run, let me tell you. Monday it is. So the market's not there. Don't waste your time listening to jackasses, unless it's entertaining for you, right? For me, it's just not. The only one who entertains me right now is the economic ninja. He is such a loser, and he cries on his videos. It's wonderful to watch, but I hate like being. He's already blocked me on a million things. It's just, listening to these guys thinking they're going to change the world, and he calls it Ninja Nation and all that. It's the funniest thing ever. So that's how I'm getting my entertainment in crypto. Listening to news about what's happening with Cardano and utility is a waste of your time. Even reading into it, nothing matters right now. Utility doesn't matter anyways. It never has. Never has. Oh yeah, he is something else, man. He was crying the other day, and he said God was talking to him, and I just couldn't help but laugh my ass off. And it's very unhealthy, as I've been on X. Oh my God, what a toxic place! I mean, what am I commenting for, right? I suppose I'm trying to get more people to, come here on the YouTube channel to watch, to join our community. But it's the more toxic I am on that, the more people like it, and that says a lot about our world, and it says a lot about me getting sucked into that. Who gives a shit what I have to say in regards to that? So I don't know. Say I'm not going to do it, but it is a little addictive, but probably better off without it. It's just when I see all the comments, especially XRP, like I said, like just, when XRP moon or 589 or the case is going to drop today. Oh, it just gets me. I understand why everyone hates XRP in their community. I get it. I hold it, and that's the one thing I am not selling. Because, if we get into a market at all, $5-10, I'll be happy with that. Make up for some of the losses. But, you guys know, if you're new, you don't know what's going on. If you're been in crypto a cycle or more, this has nothing to do with crypto. It has all to do with what's going on macroly. That's the only thing that will change this. Markets hate uncertainty. I repeat myself on every video because there's nothing more new to say. So it's for the people who haven't seen this. Until I don't believe these tariffs are going to die down. I believe more can come up. And I'm very deep into tariffs, as I've mentioned, because it affects my company big time. Big time. We're an American company, but we have plants all over the world, and we do some extrusion and other stuff, manufacturing overseas. It's our plants, but it's overseas. We're a global company. So it is what it is. It's and the long-sightedness, I get it. The long picture, the way it's handled is wrong, and it's really giving short-term pain. And they don't care if we go into a recession. He'll blame it on Biden. Far from Biden's fault. We do need change. We got to do it in a helpful way. So I guess we'll see. Short-term pain for long-term gain. We'll have to see. But don't listen to people saying, "Oh, the market's going to be over here." But the market hasn't even begun. Bull market never happened. We are getting robbed due to Trump. We would have been. I didn't vote for Harris, but the crypto market would have been much better off with her. 100%. Even with all the stuff Trump is doing for the market, for the crypto industry, or Trump's administration, he's not doing anything. We would have been a lot better off. I think God, she isn't in office. I didn't vote for either of these clowns, but what can you do? I did, I knew he would do terror stuff. I didn't think he was going to come in this strong, and we are where we are, my brothers and sisters. So I would advise to do nothing. That's financial advice. As mentioned, if you want a DCA and you're okay with it going lower just because you want to bring down your average costs, right? Not a bad idea. But if you think we're going to come back and Aerodrome and all these things are going to have the same momentum and the same narrative when we get into it, it's not happening. It'll be a different narrative. Ondo could go to a penny. I don't think it will, but nothing strong. We have no volume and interest. So once again, until the economic situation gets settled, until Jerome Powell starts lowering rates continuously and they work together, which they're not, Powell should be lowering rates this week. He should be. He's not going to. Or I don't know what he's going to do. All the bets say no. I don't go on bets. But what he should do is lower the rates 0.75 points. That'll never happen. That's what he should be doing. Hold my bong. I like that. Hope a bear doesn't ambush you. That's all right. Bears love me. I taste like vegetables. How did we get to this point? Something I asked myself. What do you mean to this point in the market or in the world? In the world, it's because we're humans and we're kind of parasites, right? We can't help ourselves. In the market, it's all Trump. It's 100% Trump. We should have all sold on election day that week, 100%. Instead, I bought, another $500,000 worth of stuff within 2 weeks, He doesn't care about the markets at all, which is surprising. Very surprising. And I understand his points. We're doing great at the border, all that stuff. But what we do need to understand with mass deportations as well, that most Americans are so stupid. If we do mass deportations, and I agree you need to be here legally, but if we get rid of all the good legal immigrants, who's going to do their jobs? No one's going to do them. No Americans are doing them. Even our white trash people living in the mountains are not going to want to go pick tomatoes for, slave wages. So think of that when you're doing these mass deportations. And I got no issue with deportations, but we have to have immigration, legal immigration. So I'm hoping that can right itself. Even Tom Homan, who I'm not a fan of, just wants it done right. But I do like that we're stopping stuff at the border. Look, my daughter dates a Hispanic guy, and he's very hardworking. He's legal, but I can't say the rest about his family. I don't know. If we made it easier, the system, it would help. But we can't have, people from all over the world. It's not just, it's very little Mexicans coming in. It's Africans and people from the Middle East and Tibet and China, like I said, Africa, South America. It's very little Mexicans. But our economy will suffer. I agree with that. The system is broken, and that's a large issue. Yep. Yeah, the system's broken, and I'm hoping Trump can fix it a little bit. I have a ton of faith in that guy at all. Don't care for him, but I don't care for anyone in politics or high up business people, right? Elon Musk I like the thoughts of what he's doing, but as a human, I despise him. We have a system that's broken. What can you do? What I cared about, why I was happy that Trump won, and I have to be not embarrassed, but I don't talk about that because all of my families, all of it, extended everything, they are all, would never approve of the things I said. It causes strife. I hate the guy. Remember that. Didn't vote for him. But I like the ideas that he's going to do. He's just handling them wrong, too aggressively. We have to work with our brothers and sisters in other countries. We have to. We can be tough without demeaning them and killing our markets. You want all the jobs coming here? You negotiate. Stop killing us. I cared about one thing, crypto market going up. That's all I cared about. I didn't care if the rest of the world destructed, because that's happening anyways. I at least wanted to have my goals reached in regards to this cycle. I did in the last cycle, the one before that. But this one is getting all screwed up. I'm not saying it's not going to come back or get started, but we are a long way away from that. This is a bear market. It has been the whole time. The worst bear market we've ever had. Because there was a fake out in between, in the middle of it. What would have happened is if he did not implement tariffs, is Bitcoin would be at about 135,000 right now. All your Aussie, all your alts would be up 1,000% for the most part, anywhere from 50% to 1,000% or more, and you'd all be set. But because he came in, it was a sell the news type of thing anyways, with the, releasing the Trump coin and Melania coin, all that. That was off to a bad start. But then coming in like a bull, like he did, it killed it. It killed the momentum. So that's the history. What's the present? The present is nothing changes except for your mindset. You still have a plan in place, hopefully. You still can accumulate, like I said, if you want. I advise against it. I'm doing it a little bit here and there. I can afford it. If you can't afford it, you got plenty of time to buy. I mean, you could have a year of downward action, and the majority of alts you own, if that happens, are not coming back, right? The majority of alts I own, I'm going to lose a couple $1 million on it. If it's a, spread out long bear market. If not, and things turn around and Trump gets reasonable. But if we head into a recession, guys, they'll print, but I'll tell you, it's going to be ugly. Because all ETFs will sell off. So the best option in my mind is to step away. Right, if you're getting hurt by it, step away. Give it some time. Watch from afar. Do what you can to get dry powder and get ready for some action if it happens. Like I always say, when and if. I never say it will. I've always said that if you listen to the first video I ever made. Don't listen to the hopes and this is going to happen. Like I said, if George is negative and George isn't doing videos, it's bad. He's finally, he doesn't even say I am George anymore. I think it's funny. Maybe all my ragging on him got to him and he's like, I'm done with this. Vegan crypto's after me. How influential I am. And, I see that the majority of people who used to come into the channel are no longer on here. I get it. There's no reason. I could appreciate that. If you are listening and you happen to listen to this, just hang in there. But do not buy something thinking it's going to pop up like it did. It's just not going to happen. You have time to accumulate, just like you did during the whole bear market. Time to accumulate more dry powder to get ready. Don't listen to the buying in the bear market shit. We already did that, and you already bought in the bullish trend. The upward manipulated action of hype. I'd rather see it buy 20% higher today than keep buying it going down, 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 and it never come back to even the 20% higher that you would have bought it. We're at the place where you want to buy when the market turns around. When volume gets 200 plus billion and all the tariff stuff is settled in, negotiated. I don't know if it will be. I don't think it will be rescinded. And like I said, I'm tied in tight with it. I have to be. My business is all about it. It's not a time to be wasting. Get yourself healthy. Don't be wasting time listening to me and all the other people who have nothing to say. They're reading news. You don't need to listen to that. It doesn't matter what they're doing utility-wise, who's building or who's doing that. No one's doing anything in crypto. They're all crying, kissing at Trump's ass and crying on the other hand. They're all miserable. All these companies have lost all their value. So you're not buying Solana at $120. Will it go up if we get into a bull market? Absolutely. But you got to be nuts to be aping into any of this shit. Don't do it. Be patient, like you have been. Walk away. Or listen to people who you can trust. But right now, I think it's better to learn other avenues. You know what you know in crypto. Step away from the news, but learn. Keep a little bit of a, air going on macro-wise, what Trump is doing, because it all relies on America, the whole world. I like that as an American, but I also dislike it because right now China is headed in a downward tailspin economically. You'll never hear that in regards from them, but the numbers don't lie. The boss man walked into my office. He said, "Hey, boss man, I'm listening to Vegan Crypto. Get the hell out of here." Have no fear. It'll all clear up. when it needs to. right, C90? I've always said this is not easy. Investing is not easy. I've been doing this a very long time, over 30 years. Everything goes great, and then boom, you get a little kink in the chain there. The one nice thing with crypto versus stocks is stocks do not come back. The big ones will a little bit, but the little penny stocks and all that, like all your altcoins, they have a chance, even the dead ones, of coming back. Look at Litecoin, look at Ethereum Classic. They even move in a bull market because it's all speculation. It doesn't happen in equities. So that is good. That gives you a chance. That means you only lose when you panic sell or you sell. You just hold on. I mean, I was so close to getting, I was about 4 cents away from breaking even on some of my losers, like AMP from last market, but Trump killed it. So you just walk away from those. If you're, if you have a lot of money in something, you're down a little bit, it's worth selling for sure, my personal view. I'm not doing any selling. To me, it's ridiculous to sell. I'm on the verge of so many of mine that are now turning into long-term capital gains, and that's significant. They're all down for the most part, not all of them, but like the AIOZs and all that. I bought a ton throughout a period of time, and come April 1st, it's all long-term for AIOZ, all long-term capital gains. Now the fucking thing is at 30 cents versus $1.20 something like it was. Selling. I'm not kissing away hundreds of thousands of dollars. I believe it'll get to $1 again. So don't listen, don't bother with these stupid polls when people are like, what 4 altcoins are you buying? Like Lark and all that. Just don't waste your time. Go learn a different skill other than crypto. I know it's addicting. Get addicted when we get into a bull market. I'll be here for you then. We'll all be here. And then we can come up with a formula to really do it. We got a long time until that. It will not turn around instantly. It's impossible. So many things have to change, and then we'll be there. It's not a guarantee that it will happen, but it certainly could. Things in regards to administrations in place, the only thing killing us is macro. So let's see how it plays out. Have no fear. Have faith in what you're doing, but don't be afraid to alter and change and pivot. I've been focused on health recently. That's what I'm talking about. What are you doing differently? I know you went through some shit. What are you doing differently in health? And is there anything I can do to help you with that? Like my forgiveness, I gotta go in a few when I get to the gas station, but what are you doing differently in health? Look at what C90's doing. He's saying he's looking into his health. Without health, none of this means shit. Even if we were in a bull market or going crazy. This piece of shit car. Look at that. Always frozen to electronics. Brand new car. Look at that. Always frozen. It's a pile of shit. Do not buy a Subaru. And this is a free car. I didn't buy it. I would never buy a Subaru. Pretty anti-vegan, so shouldn't say. Okay. Well, you're probably doing carnivore or something. If it's working for you, I mean, it won't long term, but that's not for me to say. Just be careful with all that meat. It can lead to kidney stones and other things. So just be careful with the keto. It does work in the sense of losing weight and all that. I mean, I used to do it back. It was called something different back in the day. It was called like the Zone when I was a kid, and I forget what it was called. Atkins or something. Yes, Atkins. He ended up dying of a heart attack. Being active, being engaged with my kids. I'm down 35 pounds. Look at that. In 6 months, you're doing it. That's great. So if you're doing the carnivore thing and everything, you will lose weight because you're in ketosis. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Your colon and all that stuff will pay the price, but it also will help you prevent, get you off of diabetes and high blood pressure stuff initially. I just dropped my shit. So just be careful. Focus on limiting carbs at the moment. Yep. Well, I get it. I mean, if you're doing that stuff, you got to limit carbs because you want to be in ketosis, but there are good carbs. Just remember that it's kind of a falsehood, but if you're looking to lose weight, it will work. I ended up in the hospital about 20 years ago doing it from a kidney stone because, it was all protein. I know Jordan Peterson and so many people swear by it. He said you'll lose weight. But there's a cost, my brother. There's always a cost. Man, I'm running low on gas. Down the rabbit hole looking at seed oils. Seed oils are horrible for you. There's only one good seed oil that's good for you. Well, seed oils is in everything, right? Processed. There's one great seed oil for you, and it's called flax oil. But you have to buy organic, cold pressed, and it has to be refrigerated. It's omega-3 highs, and that is inflammatory. It actually helps. It's part of an equation. You have to up your omega-3s. Flax seeds are better when you grind them yourself, but flax oil works. If you look at Dr. Brooke Goldner, check her out. Dr. Brooke Goldner, she got rid of autoimmune diseases and has changed so many things. And I've learned all her stuff, done private things with her, and I've helped people. Check out Dr. Michael Clapper, Martin Mills, Dr. Neil Barnard, okay? C90. Check out all those guys. See a different point of view. Dr. Michael Clapper, Dr. Joel Furman, Dr., like I said, Neil Barnard. Check them out. These guys are all evidence-based. I just want you to be able to see both sides. You do what you want to do, but you should at least know everything. And rabbit hole, yeah, absolutely. All seed oils are inflammatory and horrible. They used to be used like, whey from milk was a waste product. I'm like, oh, let's make it into a powder and sell it to meatheads. And woke up. It's disgusting, a waste product. But yeah, you need to look at the other doctors just to give you some proof. I'll repeat it again. Dr. Michael Clapper, Neil Barnard, Martin Mills, Joel Furman, dietitian Brenda Davis from Canada, she's female, obviously. Check them out. Look up the cheese trap, all this stuff. Now I got homework. Michael Clapper, the one with research on dementia. No, Dr. Michael Clapper is awesome with a K. No, that's one of my heroes, and I can't think of his name. I must have dementia. Shit. What's his name? He's a legend. I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, he's doing it with Alzheimer's. All right, I'm at my stop. Love y'all. Be good. If you're new, subscribe. If I'll write down stuff, comment to me. I'll send you whatever you need. Dr. Michael Clapper is a killer, like I said, with a K. I can't think of the name of the guy with who you're referring to. I find most people who are on keto are on dirt keto and just eat way too much cheese. Yeah, cheese is the killer of everything. Trust me. Watch The Cheese Trap by Dr. Neil Barnard. He goes over what cheese is and all that. You got to know this stuff. If you're going down a rabbit hole, dude, go down both rabbit holes, okay? Please. Like I said, I don't know if you've watched the videos on my channel, Dominion and Gary Yourofsky's speech. They're old. Watch those. If you haven't, you probably have checked out a little bit of it. But check out those doctors. It'll change your life. I'll be back. Love y'all. C90, be good. If you're new, subscribe, comment. I'm here to help. Be good.